This is what Pierre Poilievre is talking about when he talks about axing the tax. He talks about stopping the fight against climate change at a time where the country is burning, at a time where floods and storms are having an impact on every corner of the country, and at a time when Canadians are struggling with the cost of living. He wants to take away checks that put more money in their pockets. His ideology is so strong, he would rather watch the country burn and Canadians suffer than continue to fight against climate change and put the Canada carbon rebate in their pockets.
Yes, it seems that this is the hill that Trudeau has chosen to die on. Trudeau is dying on this hill. That's what I put out on Twitter. This is in response to a great tweet from Contrarian. Put this video together, and it's Trudeau going on this unbelievable rant about carbon pricing, price on pollution, his carbon tax. He's always trying to rebrand this thing, calling it the carbon rebate, a price on pollution. Anyway, this video is fantastic, and Contrarian was courteous enough to send me a copy of it without the copywritten music. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can share this around, because this is a great one. I'm going to show just a portion of it here, but what he's done is he's taken Trudeau and all of his talking points and puts the reality in front of you to read as it's going on here.
Today, Pierre Poilievre said that he's calling for you to suspend all gas and diesel tax from Victoria Day to Labor Day to give Canadians a break this summer. Will you do that?
I think the conversation should be had with the provinces as well, who are responsible for a significant part of excise taxes and taxes on gasoline across the country. Mr. Poilievre continues to refer to the federal carbon tax.
Hold on a second. Did he just blame the provinces for putting taxes on their fuel? I mean, this is exactly what he's done. He's put taxes on the fuel. Oh, but it's their fault because they had the taxes first, or they could remove their taxes. Well, he could remove the taxes Canada-wide. That's right. He can.
Which is a price we've put on pollution to make sure that pollution is not free anywhere in this country. And the way we chose to do it was to collect the price on carbon emissions, including on gas, and giving that money back to Canadian families in such a way that 8 out of 10 families in regions where the federal carbon backstop applies do better with the checks that come in through the Canada carbon rebate 4 times a year than it costs them extra on a tank of gas. Or to
okay, so that's false. He's been going on about disinformation. So the reality of the situation is, yeah, Canadians are going to be paying a lot more in carbon taxes, and not only does that affect them specifically in the moment of pumping the gas, but it also has a knock-on effect of rising food prices, all kinds of things. And it's his own budget officer was the one who said, no, in fact, that's incorrect. Everybody is going to suffer more because of this. But also the PBO costs to average Canadian household between $377 and $911 in the years of 2024, 2025, even after the rebates. So after the rebates have been given, this is still the cost on top of that they're going to have to pay. By 2030, the carbon tax average net cost for Canadian households will rise to $14.90 in Manitoba, $17.23 in Saskatchewan, $18.20 in Ontario, and $2,773 in Alberta. So yes, the carbon tax is costing people, and people are absolutely don't want this. And this is why I say this is the hill that he's going to die on. Absolutely. Again, I'll leave a link in the description, right at the top of the description for this tweet. Go share this out, because it's absolutely insane that he's going to put out this stuff. Again, talking about disinformation that he's been spreading himself. A lot of this is just malarkey. Another tweet from amazing Zoltan. History books wrote of an evil, eccentric German dictator who tried invading Russia in the dead of winter. As a kid, I thought that might be the craziest person who ever existed. And then Trudeau came along bragging about how he pays his citizens to change the weather. This is so ridiculous. I don't even know how to describe this. But yeah, again, I think this is the hill that he's going to die on. Pierre Poilievre is coming forward with the, his axe the tax campaign. And this is what he's been pushing because he knows that Canadians are suffering right now because of the economic turmoil that this guy caused. Remember, the budgets will balance themselves. Well, that never happened. And yet he just went ahead and spent all that money that we don't have, that future Canadians are going to be paying. But when it comes to the weather, is carbon actually causing the forest fires? Because he talked about Canada burning. This is from the British Columbia government own website. What causes wildfires? Well, it turns out lightning is about 60% of the cause of wildfires. I didn't know that climate catastrophes were lightning was a part of that. No, that's a natural occurrence. And then the other 40% is human activity. Of course, this would be broken up between two categories: people who are just careless and people who are setting these things on purpose. And while we saw a summer of that last year, tremendous amount of people lighting wildfires, and even some crazy people. Here's CNN World saying a climate conspiracy theorist said the government deliberately lit wildfires. Then he went out and lit wildfires. He just pleaded guilty to starting 14 of them himself. Crazy. But the reality of the situation is some of the wildfires are getting worse, and it's not because of climate catastrophe. No, it's because of poor management. And here's a clip of Patrick Moore, and he talks about this. He's talked about this so often about wildfires and what's caused them.
Hello, my name is Patrick Moore. As an ecologist and co-founder of Greenpeace, I've studied forestry issues from an environmentalist perspective.
And that's the best way to look at it, is from the perspective of someone who cares about the ecology. And well, this is what he had to say about forest fires. This is many moons ago, by the way.
Not all fires can be classified as catastrophic or devastating. In fact, fire can be an important and useful component of a healthy forest environment. Crown fires, however, destroy everything in their path and leave in their wake a landscape of dead trees and sterile soil. In recent years, there's been an increase in the number of devastating fires in western forests. These devastating fires are not normal. Decades of fire suppression management has allowed the underbrush to accumulate, creating conditions of excessive fuel in the forest.
Well, there you go. That would be the reason for it. This is not news. Again, this is old. An old video. I can't even, 11 years ago, this was published on YouTube. It's probably even older than that. But we know now that, it's mismanagement of the forests. Fire suppression, it has led to the forest fires being so much more devastating. 100 years of that, and you'll have some tremendous fuel loads that will cause these devastating scorched earth type scenarios in forest fires. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Is this the hill that Trudeau is actually going to die on? Is he going to change his mind? It doesn't look like he's going to change his mind when it comes to the carbon tax. And of course, the Conservatives putting so much pressure on them. He could even put a temporary relief just for the summer months for Canadians, but he is not going forward with that. So leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.